you the specific pages to look at.
Wait, we talked about this.
And this question deals with the hound and how he describes the hound. And he does it more than just one way. He describes it a few times, so I want you to look at those and find evidence that supports what the message is and the significance about the hound. And this will make more sense once you read that page and see that page, or refresh your memory, okay? 29 to 31, there's a whole lot of information in those 3 pages about their society. So I want you to look at that again, and you can either compare or contrast or both what their society is like, specifically in those 3 pages, to ours. The next one is about imagery of the firemen. Remember how the first day we were talking about the imagery he used to describe Clarice versus the imagery he used to describe Montague? Same kind of thing here. It's the imagery he uses for the firemen, and there's a lot of it. Remember, imagery can be any of the 5 senses: sight, touch, taste, smell, hearing. Bottom of 33, this is specifically where they talk about a guy that they caught with books and then burned his library. And I think once you see that explanation, description, you can then talk about their discussion of the man and what it says about dystopian society. If you can't figure it out, go to your notes on dystopian society, and that'll help you. Page 36 to 37, why is the old man, or old woman, sorry, spoiling the task? It comments in there about how this would have been easier, but it's not because she's ruining it. So I want to know how she's ruining it, and then what she ends up in the end doing. 40 is a quote. Use your smartphones. Does every group have a smartphone?
Yep.
Somebody. It doesn't have to be everybody, just one person, okay? So whoever has a smartphone, your job is to look up the quote on page 40, and then the group has to decide why Bradbury has Beatty say this, and what's the connection between the quote context, and it's historical, okay? And then the context that it said in the novel. 41, he spends a lot of time on his hands. Why? What is the deal there, and what does it mean? And then the last question, there's something that Mildred and Montague can't remember. I want to know why that's significant. And then also there's a thing on the top of page 44 that is also significant to them. So figure that out, okay? All right, get to work.
I'm pretty sure we talked a little bit about it. A little about how you just chase humans or something.
Yeah.
What'd you pick?
Oh, we get to pick one question?
No, I mean, what did you pick for your example?
It has that,
Oh, I guess.
that big needle.
Oh, I thought you were reading that.
And it's electronic.
Well, it's described right here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And what does it say about him? Or it?
And it just functions.
It doesn't, yeah, it
Like
just
or dislike?
doesn't like or dislike.
Has no
Yeah.
feeling really.
There you go, it has no feeling, it
Talking
just
about
follows
what
through.
he was thinking about,
So, keep that in mind and then keep on going to, the next page,
27, like the middle.
towards the bottom. Where it says, I was just figuring, said Montague, what does the hound think about down there at night? Is it coming alive on us? Makes me cold. Mhm.
Oh, so it can, like, the people control it.
Exactly, the people control it, it doesn't think anything, we don't want it to think, right?
Yeah.
And then he says, oh, that's sad, because all we put into this is hunting and finding and killing. What a shame if that's all it can ever know. So, what does that say bigger picture-wise? What's the message?
They control everything.
How,
That's
like,
one.
inhumane their society really
That's
is.
two. Very good. Okay, so now you're gonna write
What
down
about the hound though?
the
Made me
controlling thing
think of
and then the evidence.
So do I just quote it?
Yeah, you can,
Is it
or you
just
can
because it's
paraphrase, but
metal?
sometimes quoting it directly is easier.
I think we need a wish star.
What do you ask?
Like in the middle of 27 when it says.
Well, she's writing that down. If I was to reword the question and say,
In the hall at home,
um,
and blah, blah, blah. What made him think?
is
why
there a
was he thinking
theme
about
that you could give this section
Why was he thinking
about
that?
technology?
So I just write that down and like how it's like in humane society, is that what I write? Kind
Yes.
of? Okay.
Metal?
Yeah, it looks like.
Think about cold equations.
Like, it looks not like a big girl and how.
Is there
we-
anything
Like, was he
similar
afraid of
here
the
to
house
that?
coming after him?
About technology?
Yeah, because the ship or whatever, like, I don't know.
You're on, just say it. You got it.
Like control.
26.
Okay, you wanna move on to question
There you go. The ship,
Yeah.
the technology controlled what they could or could not do. Did it
was
think?
the hound?
No.
No. Did it feel?
It
No.
doesn't
Same with
like
the
it.
hound.
Yeah.
So you can tell Ray Bradbury is not so thrilled with technology. Because he thinks it takes away our humanity. And you're going to see that more throughout the book as we get farther.
So I wrote that down. Do we have to have another one then?
Which one do you have?
I said it doesn't think anything we don't want it to think, and I just said this says how inhumane the society is and they don't care. It is just made to kill and doesn't have any emotion.
Yes, that is one, and then, let's see what you put, it doesn't, how about the part that you said at the beginning, over on 30, or
It
26?
doesn't like or dislike.
Yep, it just functions. Okay, and so when you get done writing that one, you're gonna pass the paper to Nathan and go on to number 2, okay? Holla if you need anything. How are you guys doing? How far are you?
Look, second one.
Second one, okay, so we're on 29 to 31.
Compare and contrast the comments about the size of society with our knowledge again. These seem to move in their society. They seem to move much
They
faster.
realize that they're right past in their society because what they're always talking about, like, don't you ever notice, like, cigars you smell and the big billboards. Oh, like how it goes, like,
She said that at school she's called antisocial.
Even though they don't socialize.
What do you call it? Lit term.
Antisocial.
It's like, she's called antisocial, but they don't socialize.
Contradictory.
Well, it is contradictory. I was thinking irony. You know, it's ironic that, kind of like, I don't know if you guys listen to the news or have heard people talk about the fact that they outlawed, or not outlawed, but took wrestling out of the Olympics.
Yeah.
When that was one of the first sports in the Olympics. Talk about ironic. You know, why would you? Silly people. Yes, the school one was a good one. I would have written that down too.
Sounds much nicer than it did, than it
I think
did,
they're kind of violent because
much more.
she's saying how 6 of her friends have been shot in the
So
last
people,
year
like,
and 10 of them
always
have died
stressed
of
out.
heart attacks.
She's afraid of the children her own age.
Yeah, so I think they're becoming more violent and they're like just, I don't know, maybe they're not very careful in everyday life.
But here's another part how it says like, people will talk about anything, oh, they lost on everything.
She does all the shopping and house cleaning by
And then
hand.
it says, they also just say that means nobody says.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, really, when Montauk talks about before, when they're in the house, it's pretty much shipped
There's a lot more
to their
tension.
house and stuff. Like, it's not. Okay, that's not black. The part when they're talking when Mildred tries to kill herself,
Okay.
people come and do it for her, and they come to her house instead of her going there. They just come and they just do whatever, like, and they really don't care. They just kind of And it happens all the time.
Okay, so then don't forget, you gotta say, is that like or not like us?
It's not like us because we actually go to the hospital and we also get help where like people commit suicide, try to commit suicide every day and they're just like,
Maybe they're trying to be more controlling by them going to their house versus, oh, you can go to the hospital. They're like controlling them more because they're like controlling what they're doing. I don't know.
And
It's, oh, sorry.
it's not performed by an MD.
Yeah, definitely not performed by a doctor, which would never happen here, right? But back to what you were saying with the controlling thing, even the,
If we go back to the beginning.
even the reliance that they have on the people in charge, you know? Like they don't, they're not self-reliant. They're reliant on the government or whoever's in charge to do everything the way they want it done and not the way the people want it. So I like that. That's a good point.
She just watches people.
people don't do that. That's creepy, but we don't do that either, so.
We don't? I people watch.
Well,
Not in a creepy way. Not like that.
no, I mean, you do watch people, but like, you don't.
You want to be entertained? Sit on a bench in Walmart for 10
It
minutes.
is.
Yeah, I know. That is funny, actually. Like, we don't,
I know what you
the
mean.
way that they describe it, they don't, I forgot my train of thought. Well,
That nobody pays attention to anything.
yeah, like nobody pays attention to each other. Like they just keep going on with their daily stuff. Oh, this person, like, say your usual routine is walking to the subway. That's your usual routine every morning. Well, if somebody like disrupts you in that routine, like you really don't notice it because you don't pay attention to that person. Like where Clarice is more like more aware of her surroundings, and all these people are like, oh, this is what has to be done. This is my usual routine. This is what I have to do. That's all I need to worry about. Where Clarice is all like, hey, pay attention.
That's right. She's extremely observant, and everybody else is just all in their own little bubble, so to speak. Very good.
I think their lives are very the same every day.
Yeah. It's very routinal.
Routinal?
Is that a word?
It's just routine. I like it. That's not a word. Where are you guys at?
Imagery.
Union.
Okay, so number 4, find imagery of firemen. First help, Brian Berry wants us to be used your example.
We are on number 3 right now.
Oh, I didn't give you a page on that one. Sorry, it's on page 33.
Find imagery of the
It's that big, long paragraph.
Boom.
You don't have to follow me. On number, whatever number
I don't know
this
if
is.
it's
I didn't give you a page, so it's
433.
33,
my bad.
When you get to the one about the face stone bridge, 5,000 images. So it says present. Whatever fires, who's most plus their cheeks, who live their alleys, who's men who live steadily into the front, and not taking out your fun because they look their internal. He wearing black hides, they in their sparkle hair and colored rose in foolish and okay, yeah, I'm not gonna read all that. Well, pretty much all of it.
So with like,
Usually for imagery, you're looking for
Have you ever
adjectives
seen a fireman that
that describe
didn't?
them.
So like right there, you can start quoting.
like they're
didn't.
burning and
Okay.
eternally burning black pipes.
So you want to
Yep,
quote.
that would be imagery.
All of it?
No, just this little part.
How about Empaloo's?
And you just have to write down,
Yeah. So start the quote at
3.
that didn't
So there's
have
one.
black hair,
There's
black
charcoal hair.
brows,
Yep, charcoal
fire
hair.
face, and blue steel shaves but unshaved lips.
It's the imagery one.
These
It's
men
silk
were all
colored
burning
brows.
bunches of himself. You know what I'm talking about, Rachel?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, you'd want to
Thick
quote
colored
that.
brows
And then, like,
blush,
Blush.
rash in your cheek.
Yep.
Your cheeks one is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So then the question becomes, what is he trying to tell us?
You just got your whole book just all four goodies. Can I trade you books?
No, you can't. I worked hard for this.
Well, the wishes we have.
And to figure out what he's trying to tell us, you may have to read more than just picking out adjectives. Like read that sentence that starts, "Had he ever seen a fireman?" And then go down from there. Yeah.
What happened to the other wishes?
Oh, no, you're supposed to take one out and wish one.
Oh.
Can I take one out?
The other people aren't supposed to wish, just.
So I can't,
No.
but stars fell out, so.
Oh, okay. You can try that, I don't know if it'll work.
Okay, those ones are.
Okay, so we're.
So are we on to the next one now, or?
No.
You have to figure out why, or what it's saying.
The base and it's unsure top, is that all?
Yeah.
Like what you had down?
They're dirty because they've read so many books.
Should we have something to smell? Just say.
Well, that's the literal truth.
And
You're saying
men were all
it says
mirror
right here that
images
all
of
of the
themselves. So you want that next
all
one?
of the men were mirror images of themselves.
No, that's the same thing, because it's all
And-
serious.
So they all look
They all smoke pipes.
alike, exactly
So
the
then,
same.
after that, then you can.
So now-
Detail everything. They all did the exact
Is
same.
he getting at that, something about how like they all look alike, so they probably all like share some sort of secret or have a secret of some sort?
Not quite. Think about dystopian society and what we know about it. And you may have to take your notes out to remember this part.
And you can talk about it.
Oh, did you see the vocab word? BT dubs.
They all did the exact same thing,
Proclivities?
and they all looked almost exactly the same.
Remember what that
And they
means?
did everything.
Ah! Preferences.
I was gonna say that, but then you said it way too fast.
Sorry.
It was slipping off the
Coming out.
tongue.
So dystopian society and everybody looking the same. What's the connection?
And then it's trying to tell us.
I'm sorry, Jane.
And then, you have that down.
Huh?
You don't have them.
I do, but is it over the book?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think I might have took them. I might have been gone that day.
Well, we'll have to get them for you because you're gonna need them like always.
Okay.
And then, we're trying to make everything.
What was the question?
The question is, now that you know that everybody's the same, nobody's
same.
different, how is that connected to dystopian society?
Means that the government made it that way where everybody's the same and they don't have to worry about outcasts, and like if you are an outcast, you're easy to pick out and they can get rid of you.
Well, yeah, yes, you said it in different words, but I think you're there.
Like the the citizens conform to uniform expectations, individuality and dissent are bad.
Ding!
Yes.
There you go. So everybody conforms to be the same. Thank you. To be the same because individuality is bad, and we talked about why individuality is bad.
Because you can get picked out easy in a crowd when everybody looks the same and then you're dressed
At the
like,
bottom of page 30.
you know, if everybody's wearing red and you're wearing black, it's like, you gotta stick out like a sore thumb.
That's right. And what happens, do you think, if the government can tell you're an individual?
They probably look further into you.
Probably not a good thing, right?
Took down
Mhm.
screen.
And individuals think for themselves, don't they?
He wasn't in
Yep.
the same ready.
And if you think for yourself, you question, and if you question, what are you gonna do?
So.
You're gonna question the man.
You're gonna question the man, you're gonna say, hey,
What's
man,
up? What's up with this nonsense?
this is wrong.
Like,
Okay,
more than
write down
the
in
government,
different words, but you got it.
Like, they start talking about
How are you doing?
out there.
Quattro.
Thinking 3, 4,
One
thinking
with
means
Yeah.
revolting and rebelling. And then that means that you lose your whole
control over everybody.
How they took him to a asylum, but he wasn't insane.
Mhm.
And
read the next sentence after that, because that's
They took him to
important.
the asylum because.
oh, the any man,
Should I just write
man's
down
insane who
what
thinks
I
he
get
can
for
the government does.
Right, so big picture, what does that say about dystopian society? And if you don't remember
About things
the
and
characteristics of that, it's in your notes.
and both help them start thinking and
I mean, it's like,
questioning.
isn't it like they don't want anyone going, like, I don't know, against them, so they try to eliminate everything they can, so people
Yes.
don't find out or whatever.
Absolutely. And this guy, who tried to go against them, is declared crazy, even when he's not crazy.
So I should say like how dystopian society doesn't want anyone going against them, so they declare
So they
the
just
guy
don't want
insane
people
because he's
to
going against them.
That's correct. Going against the rules is
Yeah, you don't want to go in it.
cray. What, and you don't have to answer this because you're writing, but what, does that remind you of another story we just read where somebody was crazy even though they weren't crazy? Got taken to an insane asylum?
What book did we just read?
It was a short story.
Yeah, what was it called?
Oh, come on. It's so simple. He refers to it right here in
The
the.
pedestrian.
There you go. Ding! You got it. The pedestrian. Thank you. Yeah, remember he's walking along at night all by himself
Yeah.
and the cop pulls him over, you know, or something, and this.
Yeah, because they weren't sure.
That's right.
I'm just gonna put that quote in there.
Moving on. This is working. Okay. Which one are you guys on?
Look at page 36 and 37. Why is the old woman
Ooh, I love this
in the
scene.
past? Why does the woman do what she does?
She ends up burning herself in the boat.
Yeah, but doesn't she get taped up and stuff?
Oh wait, no. They burn themselves. Or the
No,
firemen.
she,
Yeah, she puts tape over her. Well, she doesn't. The police put tape over her mouth and. Right?
She had a matchstick too.
I hate it when like you're writing something.
Start, okay, you guys are jumping the gun. Start with, why is she spoiling the task? Which,
she's trying to stop him.
No,
She's standing there, she's not leaving the house.
and why is that, what does that do?
She's rebelling.
Right, but why is that spoiling the task?
Doesn't make it easy.
It doesn't give her.
Can't burn her.
Okay, say that again.
Because they want to burn all the books that she has, but they don't want to burn her.
Okay,
So she's waiting until she guys, they can't burn the books that she's with them.
right. And what do you think, and I'm gonna ask you to think a little deeper about this.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, sorry. I forget somebody's writing, my fault. Look at the bottom of 36. It's put really well right there. Usually, okay, always before it had been like snuffing a candle, the police went first and adhesive taped the victim's mouth and managed him off into their glittering beetle cars. So when he got there, he found the house empty. You weren't hurting anybody, you weren't hurting anything, and since things really couldn't be hurt, since things felt nothing and things don't scream or whimper, as this woman might begin to scream and cry out, there was nothing to tease your conscience later. You were simply cleaning up, janitorial work essentially, right?
Mhm.
But not tonight,
Oh.
she's spoiling it, right? They can't just go in and do their job because they have to think about her. And she's taking a stand, which nobody's ever
Oh, they
done,
went to the wrong house the first
at least not as far as we know.
This book is like post-apocalypse.
It could be. Not, maybe a,
Not. It sounds like the New World Order.
there you go, there you go. So they don't actually tape her mouth closed, but because the cops didn't get there first. The cops would have done that, but now the firemen got there
So they went
first.
to the wrong house and then.
So her mouth
That's
is
never
not,
happened
Can I go to the
before.
Tinker Pod?
apparently not, they make it sound like it was.
I go to the Tinker Pod.
If you
I'll get, and I'm not even gonna bring it because this is what I do. I take the pass, I put it in my back pocket. Yep. So I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay,
And if Slack has any questions, won't tell them anything.
awesome.
Okay, and then,
Okay. Okay, you already said what she ends up doing, right, Tom?
Yeah.
What does she do?
She pretty much threatened to like burn herself in the books.
She doesn't just threaten.
Doesn't she do that?
She does.
Yeah, because they just douse her, she takes kerosene and she kind of, yeah.
I would never have the guts.
Me either, especially fire.
Yeah.
That would be like the worst way, I think.
Like I just be like, okay, I'll just do it.
Take me away.
Yeah.
Take me to prison.
Exactly.
But don't you? Don't you like, yeah!
Yeah. Like
I
she
did. She's
something.
like my favorite character. Love her. Because she has the guts.
Does she have a name?
She does. Mrs. Blake. Nope, I'm sorry, that's the neighbor.
So
Maybe not.
she.
No, they
Can we
don't
just
say.
put
They
saying
don't
that
actually
woman
say.
herself? Like,
Yeah.
Which is probably on purpose that Bradbury didn't give her a name. A lot of times authors, if they don't want an identity to be associated with somebody, they won't give them a name because then that means it could be anybody. It's a universal type thing. So you can put in a name yourself and picture whoever you want as that person.
Or it could be a effect of, in this case, where they don't care about names, they just do their duty and they just,
Like it doesn't matter.
That's right. It doesn't matter who she is.
Yeah.
She's a nobody. I like it.
Oh, I found it. So they does.
Okay, so they douse her in kerosene and she has a match, right? And she says you can stop counting, and as soon as she takes out the match, what happens?
they run out.
Yeah, they're out of there. They don't want to burn up. No, thank you. And she tells Montag really nicely to go on, because he's the last to leave, which I'll ask you about later. And then, shoo, she lights it up. Okay. What'd you lose? Your pencil?
My pencil, I don't know where it went. It went under your.
Oh, I can see it. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I pushed it farther, I guess. Thanks. Okay, so we're on number 6.
Next question. Switch the pepper.
Use your smartphones in the house to closely on page 40. Why does Bradbury have 36?
Who's got a smartphone?
I know.
Okay. And you don't just want to look the quote up itself, but you want to know the historical context of it.
Wait, we shall this day light such a candle by God's grace in England as a trust shall never be
Do
put
I
out.
just type the whole thing in Google?
You can try that. You could also try the guys' names, Latimer and Ridley.
Okay.
Although they were like, no, it's your house.
Right here, we shall.
What, how do you spell my name?
L-A-T-I-M-E-R. And since she's looking it up, why doesn't Rachel do the writing? Because you just wrote, right?
Yeah.
Why is old
L-A-T-I.
I was just sitting over here making it look like I was writing.
Yeah.
And
Okay, where are you guys at?
We're on question 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we just did this one over there. Yeah. My favorite scene of the whole book.
Oh, I think the
Oh, so she was all like.
Did you answer the first part already?
We got like how she was, but is it like asking like why did she do this? Or
Okay, what do you have for her?
we wrote down that she was still in her house. When the firefighters usually they go in there and there's nobody in the house, they just burn the books and leave.
Right, so why is that such a big deal?
Because she's still in there.
Oh, so she like.
What is it though that it does to them? Because she's
Oh, okay.
What do they have to think about that they don't normally have to think about?
Like whose house it is, and like
One that has
Okay, the person.
yeah.
Anything else? Look at the bottom 36.
They had to worry about hurting her too.
There you go. Okay, so now
Were
we're
they,
talking
Were they
about,
planning on burning her?
no, not at first.
But,
until
like,
they see
after
that
they
she's
get in
there. They, yeah, that's kind of their only option if she won't leave.
oh, on this day,
They don't mess
history,
around.
the 16th
They
October.
serious.
Yes,
So now humanity is involved, right? And that's a whole nother ballgame. Because usually it's just,
Things were
things don't feel, things don't scream, things don't burn.
With Thomas Campion, who was burned at the stake of them.
Okay, so then, Jade, what does she end up doing?
Oxford, Martyr. And their lives are not sort of.
Oh, it's a big deal too. Look at the middle, 39.
Doesn't she like just stay there?
Yes, and the top of 40, right there. She stays and does what?
Those words are too big for me to understand.
So.
She had a match in her
is
hand.
Yeah.
that
And what'd she do?
the old woman was, well, like.
She
when,
struck the match
this
against the
girl was
railing.
Burned for heresy.
So what happens?
Pretty much burned for
She
making
burned herself,
outside of religion.
She just committed suicide.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, the match is first mentioned in the middle of
As they
39. It says that she says you can stop counting. She opened her fingers of one hand slightly, and in the palm of the hand was a single slender object, an ordinary kitchen
How
match.
would he know that?
So like she hadn't planned on leaving.
No, she was gonna stay.
She was gonna stay there.
She had this match. And the guys see that match, and what do?
Ms. Well, record.
They
Yes.
backed slowly through the front door.
They're like out of there. They don't want to get burned alive.
What is
Now, big picture. What does her being willing to do that
It is about the size of
show
the-
us
connection is
About the
like what you
motion.
said.
about her and their
That they're
society?
trying to go against the religion because they didn't like how it was.
Remember that.
They're their own
What did she, yes, rebellion. Ding.
society.
She represents rebellion. She's like, screw you. I'm going down with my books. Okay, what did you mean?
Okay, hang on. The connection is, actually I'll just ask them, okay, how would Betty know this happened if they couldn't read books?
Oh, Beatty.
Betty.
Sorry, I'm like, who's Betty?
Sorry.
That's okay. Well, you're gonna find out that
That's what I said.
he's very well read,
Okay then,
which is ironic.
okay, that's proving more of my point of I know what happens at the end.
I'm not saying anything. You'll find out.
I can look up that
Okay,
real quick for page 40.
So then it's saying, okay, so the connection between.
Hey,
We're we were kind of stuck on number 5, yeah, 5.
So they
The woman.
did their own thing.
okay.
And it,
Did you read the bottom of 36?
yeah,
Okay, that's the problem right there.
yeah,
Because she's a person
yeah.
and not just stuff. And usually people are gone and they don't have to worry about it, but there she is, right? So now they have to be concerned about a person, which they don't want to be concerned about. So then, you got that already? That part. And what does she end up doing?
She's, yeah, burning herself with the book.
She brings it all up. Now, I didn't ask you to think about this. I wish I would have, but I'm going to ask out loud.
And it.
What is
goes
her
with the
willingness to
society
do that
as
tell us
The
about
government's
her
trying to control
and the
them and
society?
they don't want them to like have different ideas, they want them
To the, yeah, she's
to
rebellion.
under the same.
She's going against the man. She's
Yeah.
like,
You know what?
yeah, I'd rather die and have my books with me when I
This
die.
shows how horrible their society is.
That's right. That is right. Okay. So we're on to 6, or the next one. Who's got a smartphone?
Oh wait, I
Okay, you're in charge of looking that up.
Hands were-
The quote is there, but you could also type in the name of the guys, Latimer and Ridley. That's page 40.
So what quote do I look up?
Well, it's kind of long. It's "We shall this day, like such a candidate by God's grace and amen." Blah, blah, blah. But if you look up Latimer and Ridley, you'll probably
How do I spell that?
Latimer.
L-I-T.
Lat, yeah, and then Ridley.
I have no clue about the next one.
Okay, on page 41, let's deal with that.
Okay, and
It's
then
very,
what you're trying to figure out is this is
very
the
shaky.
historical context in which they said that quote, and then
because
compare it
it's
to this.
unstudied because he took a book and is trying to hide that.
Yeah, let's quote.
Yeah.
The we shall this day, right?
You can turn that. I got good stuff.